November 6, 2025, 8:12 a.m. local time. The Caribbean Sea was still, motionless and glowing like brushed steel under an empty sky. But over 300 nautical miles off the Venezuelan coast, something tore through the peace. Call sign, Reaper 21. An American F-35 stealth jet traveling at supersonic speed, slicing through contested airspace, eyes locked on a high-priority patrol route. In a radar station at Punta Chacoro, Venezuelan operators spotted a sharp, unauthorized blick moving fast and silent. No transponder, no flight plan. To them, this wasn't just surveillance, it was a violation. Within 3 minutes, orders came from the top. Intercept. 8:15 a.m. The Venezuelan Air Force initiated Operation Sapphire, their rapid response doctrine. 2 Su-30 Mk-2 fighters, codenamed Jaguar and Tempestad, roared to life from Maracay Air Base. Armed with 16,000 pounds of ordnance, the mission was simple: expel or engage. American radar stations picked them up 80 nautical miles out, closing fast at Mach 1.6. Inside Reaper 21, 2 contacts blinked onto the display. The pilot tapped a classified alert. A signal raced to the fleet. 8:19 a.m. Aboard the USS Sentinel, a guided missile destroyer stationed 140 nautical miles north, the emergency message flashed across screens. 2 inbound hostiles, requesting immediate support. Rear Admiral Braddock gave a single nod. Operation Iron Veil was go. 2 FA-18E Super Hornets launched from the carrier USS Franklin, already circling in a holding pattern. Countdown to retaliation had begun. 8:22 a.m. At 34,000 feet, Reaper 21's pilot confirmed both Su-30s had locked on. Jaguar prepared to fire an R-77 radar-guided missile. Tempestad began a flanking maneuver. Authorization cleared. 2 missiles screamed skyward at Mach 4, contrails burning across the clouds. Reaper 21 reacted instantly. Flares, chaff, a steep dive. The first missile exploded just 40 meters behind. The second struck the starboard wing. Explosion. 8:24 a.m. The F-35's right wing was shredded. Flight systems failed. Hydraulic pressure dropped to 31%. Inside the cockpit, red lights blinked like a heartbeat. The pilot radioed. Mayday. Aircraft hit. Coordinates transmitting. Preparing for ditch. The distress beacon hit USS Sentinel's CIC in less than a second. And within moments, a counterstrike was authorized. 8:30 a.m. From Sentinel's vertical launch cells, 4 SM-6 interceptors ignited. Each missile, Mach 3.5, radar-guided, $4.6 million apiece, locked onto the Venezuelan fighters as they turned to retreat. Jaguar banked hard, diving for the clouds. Tempestad climbed high, trying to jam tracking systems. Too late. The first SM-6 detonated behind Jaguar, tearing through its twin engines. The second pierced Tempestad's fuselage, instant disintegration. 2 jets, 2 fireballs, over $100 million reduced to smoke. 8:37 a.m. From the USS Franklin, 2 Super Hornets launched low and fast, armed with AGM-88 H-arms and JSOW smart bombs. Target, Rafael Urdaneta Air Base, the launch point of the Su-30s. At 8:41 a.m., 5 precision warheads fell through the sky. Impact. Hangars collapsed. Fuel tanks ignited. 185 military personnel were lost. Within 90 seconds, the northern wing of Venezuela's Air Command was offline. 8:45 a.m. In Caracas, silence swept the government buildings. State TV froze. The Ministry of Defense claimed sabotage, but satellite images told the truth. The entire northern base was gone. Fires reached 1900 degrees Fahrenheit. Infrared flashes were visible from orbit. 9 a.m. A Seahawk helicopter spotted Reaper 21's pilot drifting in a life raft. Alive. Recovered.
The $92 million jet now rested on the ocean floor, 2,800 feet below. But its black box was intact, storing every signal, radar ping, and frequency captured during the fight. In Washington, the Pentagon labeled it a demonstration, not an escalation. 9:12 a.m. At the United Nations, diplomats argued over sovereignty. The U.S. ambassador delivered a single line: "We did not attack first. We responded, fast and surgical." Back on the deck of the USS Sentinel, Rear Admiral Braddock watched the smoke roll over the horizon. "The loudest weapon," he said, "is the one fired last." 9:18 a.m. In the skies above the smoldering airbase, American drones maintained overwatch. Below, the wreckage of the Venezuelan fighters lay scattered across shallow coastal waters, twisted, silent, and lifeless. What had begun as a show of force had ended in a brutal lesson. Inside the Pentagon, analysts replayed the engagement in real-time simulations. Every maneuver, every missile lock, every radar anomaly. One general turned to his team and said flatly, "They thought we'd blink. We didn't." 9:24 a.m. Across Venezuela, power outages rolled through several districts. Rumors swirled of cyber jamming and satellite interference. The government, scrambling for control, deployed military police to key broadcast centers. But the footage had already leaked. Fiery streaks in the sky, sonic detonations, the unmistakable impact of modern warfare captured on 1,000 civilian phones. 9:30 a.m. Back aboard the USS Sentinel, engineers were already cycling replacement missiles into launch tubes. The crew moved with quiet purpose, no cheering, no celebration, just efficiency, the kind born from repetition. Rear Admiral Braddock stood again on the command deck, watching the seas return to glass. He knew what came next wouldn't be fought with weapons, but with words. In embassies, boardrooms, and broadcast studios. But for those 38 minutes, the message had been delivered loud and clear. Power isn't just projection, it's preparation. And when challenged, the United States had answered in the only language war understands: speed, precision, and finality. Conflict duration, 38 minutes. U.S. expenditure, $45 million. Outcome, decisive air superiority. If you want to keep exploring the unfiltered truth behind today's most explosive military encounters, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Because power in silence speaks loudest.